Aries, hello. Leo, hello. Sagittarius, hello. This is for the fire signs on today, Christmas. We're going to see what the Christmas tea is for my fire signs. I hope this holiday has been enjoyable for you. I hope it is enjoyable. We're in the middle of the day. Depending on where you are, it's a bit interesting for me because it's like summer here where I am. Summer Christmas on a Thursday? Okay. I'll take it. But we're going to take a look. I have my What's the Tea deck. We're going to take a look at what the Christmas tea is, starting with Aries. Like, share, comment, Aries. Subscribe if you feel led. Let's see what the tea is for Aries. What is the tea for Aries? I get a lot of feminine energy coming out right now. We must be heavy in our feminine energy right now as a collective, as a whole. Operating, I have heard a lot about the feminine energy, the divine feminine healing right now. And so you could be operating in that energy and having some type of realization right now of a need for balance. Okay. The energies that start for you is psychopath. Okay. Aries, feminine energy, epiphany, and salty. Yeah, there may be a need for some type of balance to regulate some type of dysfunction within the energy overall for Aries. When we are too much in our masculine energy where we don't recognize the feminine that we hold, and I'm not talking about gender, I'm talking about in general as energy operating in its whole, there is a balance that's needed of this masculine and this feminine energy. And when that's out of balance and we lean too much in our masculine, we can come off as being controlling, dominating, psychopathic, right? That's where the word narcissism comes from. It comes from this very strong desire to take action, to rule, to dominate. When there is no balance with the feminine, that brings in that bit of compassion, that patience, being able to sit back and wait, not having to have everything when you want it, how you want it. Psychopath could be a desire to balance the feminine energy. Feminine energy comes out right after psychopath. Epiphany is on the other side. There's some realization that may be being recognized right now with you, Aries, of needing to really allow your gentle side to take precedence right now. You could be a force to be reckoned with. And I wouldn't be surprised because Aries carries that kind of energy. But there's a need to allow your soft side to come out right now. I could be speaking to a man just like I could be speaking to a woman. There is a need to allow your soft side to surface right now and to either be nurturing to yourself or be nurturing outwardly. Because there's something that could be irritating a wound or irritating a situation that could be inciting bitterness, anger, or some type of pettiness. But instead of taking that road, I feel like the opportunity comes in for you to take the high road and give in to your feminine energy. Instead of striking back, maybe choose understanding or patience. Maybe you're dealing with somebody that doesn't know any better. Maybe they're acting out of their own inconsistencies, right? Let's see what else comes out. What is the tea for Aries? This is someone that is feeling rejected by you or cut off, you know. It also could be somebody that wants all of your time, that doesn't want to share you, somebody that is a little bit selfish. So I have psychopath and feminine energy coming out here. And then I have epiphany and salty. Somebody is salty about not being able to have you the way they want you or to have access to you. Maybe this is somebody that you have to cut off, somebody that was definitely in that energy, that psychopathic energy. This might be somebody that's craving your nurturing, Aries, somebody that craves your nurturing and your attention. And they feel rejected. You probably have cut them off and they feel rejected, that they no longer have access to you. That does not eliminate or cut off their desire for you because it's still very much there. I have isolation and cut ties. I have lust in nightlife. This person could still have a strong desire for you. They haven't released you, I feel like. And this may be a desire that is strongest at night, right? They may have taken up other uh, preoccupations to, divert their attention from you. And that may become very active at night. Yeah. But this person is angry. They will resort to petty, and they probably have resorted to being petty because they are not having their way. They cannot have their way with you. This person may be willing to do anything and everything to have you or to get back into your good graces. This person may have developed certain addictions in order to deal with this rejection that they're feeling from you. This is toxic. Let me not even, try to sugarcoat it. This is somebody toxic. Could be somebody that still sends you messages, very concerning messages, letting you know that this person is not wrapped too tight. This may be somebody that you've had to do a restraining order against, right? This person wants you to see them in a highlight so bad, right? But they are not who they pretend to be. Or they have not changed from the last person you knew them to be. They may want you to believe that they have. They haven't. I have message of concern in courthouse. You may be delivering this person some type of papers, like a restraining order. They may not even be abiding by this restraining order. That's the crazy part. This person has such a low level of, such a low ideal of themselves. Like, they pretend to be someone that they're not in order to have you accept them. But I feel like you see right through it. You know they haven't changed. Yeah. You may be handling this situation very maturely. They're in despair while you have moved on and grown from the situation. You've accepted it for what it is and you've moved on. I have official person and wealthy man. This might be why you've moved on. Yeah. This other person has not. What else do we need to know about Aries right now? Spirit, please and thank you. This person dreams of you still. What else do we need to know about Aries? Six of Cups. They still think of you a lot. King of Pentacles. This could be an earth sign. This could be someone from your past. Not Cancer, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. They still very much think about you. Six of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles. There's a lot of Pentacle energy out here. This feels like something very nostalgic that's coming up. They see you in a very stable place right now. They see you in a higher place than you were. Maybe when you were with them, or the last place that they remember you being, there's some exaltation from that place that places you above them now. Now they see themselves begging from you, below you in some type of way. And they may feel like it's justified. They may feel like they actually even owe it to you to place themselves in a lower position and look up to you, to receive forgiveness, but this person may want to, start something new with you. Yeah. What else for Aries? I do feel like you need to be careful with this person. We have the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Empress. Um, I do feel like this person could be waiting for their opportunity to intervene. They're waiting for like a crack to open up in your relationship so that they can possibly propose something new or possibly be in position to help you rise from some level of heartbreak or adversity, right? Of course, this is wishful thinking because the Seven of Cups comes out, which is indulging in fantasies and you needing to examine your choices very carefully. If it's not about love, this is about your business prospects. Somebody waiting for you to fall and come back, and them actually being able to enter back in and be part of your comeback. But it feels like love, fulfillment with the cups. Even though pentacles come out, it could be around work too. New opportunities opening up. Behind misfortune, this person could be waiting for things to fall apart so that they can come in and be like hero in your situation. They do feel like at one point they had your heart with the Empress here, that you are the best thing that ever happened to them. Even though they may not have acted that way when you guys were together. I think there's a lot of um, realizations that have come up around you when it comes to this person. There may have even been a time where you guys were, in fact, on the same page, deeply in love, sharing this mutual affection towards each other. At some point, it feels like something changed to the point where you were no longer willing to deal with it. Because I actually have some type of court proceeding where you may have had to do like a protective order against this person. What is it that Aries is not seeing, whoever this is for? All right, we have Nine of Cups, Strength, Nine of Swords, and the Empress again. Like you have brought yourself to a place that you are very proud of. I don't think you would trade that for anything in the world. The Nine of Cups is, in fact, a card or an energy that says you have received exactly what you've asked for. You're content in it. As you sit back right now and look around, you realize that you are blessed and you wouldn't trade it for anything. Why would you? Why would you trade all of your hard-earned work for something that's less than? The work that you put in to get where you are, the strength says that you worked. You went through many cycles to get to a place where you're able to not only invite and accept this energy, but to be able to maintain it, right? There's a lot of work you put in, a lot of nights that you cried, wondering what you did wrong, when in fact it wasn't. You were just maybe aligned in the wrong place. But you stepped into your feminine power. You stepped into your ability to create and receive what you are deserving of. This comes out twice. This Empress energy, which talks about your ability to create what it is that you desire, to create the love and the environment that is built on love, and you receiving what it is that you require in life, in this experience that you're having. And I feel like you could have come to a place where you accepted that love within yourself before you can receive it from anyone else. That could have been part of the lesson that this person is now learning in a different way, right? This is the type of love that you have to receive within yourself before you can allow somebody else to give to you. This is part of the lesson that you learned in getting to that place. This person was very instrumental in teaching you that. What else does Aries not see? Yeah, you also realize that part of what's happening is kind of like justice playing out. If this was somebody that actually did treat you very badly, right? This is justice playing out in real time. Hmm. Justice playing out in real time. And you realize this was the high priestess. There's some deep knowing that this is all happening like for a reason. I also have, so we have the justice and the high priestess. I also have the page of wands and the six of swords. And then the five of cups. This is what matured you. The page of wands is very immature. This is what is maturing this person as well. That's connected to you. Your decision to move away and look for something better, something more stable, something more peaceful, something more promising, is what matured you. And it's time for this person to do that as well, Aries. And you continuing walking forward and giving this person a moment of your attention, right, will only solidify the fact that you've moved on. And it will solidify the fact that they have to grow up and accept that. This could have been a very immature type of relationship style that this person had. Like, they needed to mature. And it's also still evident that they are still needing to mature because of how they're still acting when it comes to you. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. That's the tea on you. Somebody absolutely have not let go of the fact that they have lost the greatest thing that ever stepped into their life. That's a hard realization to come across. That's what I'm getting. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you feel led to do so. This has been Blood Moon Oracle. This is the tea coming out on you. Somebody still has not gotten over you. They are still crying over spilled milk to this day. Why Spirit needed you to know that? Maybe to solidify moving forward. I don't know if you've been thinking of having pity on this person. Not that you're thinking of going back, but maybe you've been thinking of having pity and just saying, how you doing? I hope all is well. No, you moving forward solidifies and makes them have to move forward as well. I feel like Spirit is telling you not to entertain it. That would be adding to their delusion, and that would probably make them even more toxic. So don't feed into it, okay? There's something very unpredictable about this person too. With psychopath coming out, like, this person may not be wrapped very tightly. Tread lightly, Aries, okay? And of course, if this is somebody that you are still in relationship with, you know, there were some things that Spirit brought out in that message that would apply to you, okay? And so thank you for stopping by. Blood Moon Oracle here. Leticia is my name. I'll see you guys next time. Leo, welcome, Leo, to Blood Moon Oracle is the channel that you're watching. My name is Leticia, and we're going to see what the Christmas tea is on you. We're dealing with the fire signs. We did Aries. Now we're going to do you, Leo, and see what comes out for you. What's the Christmas tea for Leo? Like, share, comment, subscribe if you feel led. Take what resonates. Don't feel like you have to make it resonate. If it fits, it does. If it doesn't, then obviously it doesn't. Listen, don't fight with the message, okay? If it don't resonate, leave it, okay? Let's see, for Leo, I hope Christmas is treating you kindly thus far. Baby, I want you and more. Ooh. All right, for Leo. So the energy that came out with you, I have vacay, puzzled, waves, and antisocial. For some of you, you could be on vacation right now. You could be away from home. You could be doing something relaxing. You could be having a staycation. You just might not be working right now. Something that allows you to have fun and step outside of your normal routine of things. There's something about this, though, that could be causing a situation, Leo, or there's something about a vacation, a proposal of a vacation that could be causing some level of confusion or conflicted energy around this. Something that might be causing some emotionalism to rise up, some worry or some fear. Listen, this is what's coming out, so I'm gonna read it. Also, you could be in your feelings, right? You could be tempted to give somebody the silent treatment around this discomfort, or you could be feeling left out in some type of way, or fear of being left out in some type of way around this energy. That's what's coming out. So listen, I'm going to read exactly what's coming out. Okay, for Leo, what is the T on Leo? You could be feeling especially close to those that are closest to you right now. That could be where these emotional, triggers are coming from. The fact that you feel close, a mutual respect, you feel a sense of unity and oneness that you may be not wanting to lose, right? I do feel like there's always something that arises, especially from discomfort or difficult situations. I have intimacy and legal. I have clingy and epiphany too. There's something about this that's being processed right now. The tea that's coming out, it might be something that you are actually relearning about yourself, something that is being shown or you are realizing about yourself, how attached you are with clingy and epiphany to old situations, to old patterns and old ways. There's some fear that underlines this energy. So let's see. We're going to go ahead and pull out some Kipper for you. Give us more information about this tea on Leo. Okay, I have mature woman and sudden wealth. I have thoughts and thief coming out as well, right? That gives me the energy of being stuck in your mind or your thoughts, a certain way of thinking, the fear of losing something, right? Mature woman and sudden wealth is almost like the realization of understanding the value of what you have. You could be this mature woman. You could be dealing with a mature woman. I also have journey and courtroom. Journey and courtroom. Some long trip that you think will end in the courtroom. You think it'll end with something, I don't know, something being resolved. I also have courtship and adjudication. It's like coming to a resolution with something that may be out of your hands to decide, something that you feel like you won't have a lot of control over. And this is just something that arises. I think it might be a fear in your mind around this. Sometimes we can ruminate on thoughts for so long that they become a reality. And there might not even be any substantiated truth to it. Or it could be, we could make it bigger, than what it is and make it a fear when there's actually not even anything to be feared, right? This could be around a mature woman. You could be this mature woman in this energy. Queen of Pentacles could be that mature woman. What else do we need to know in regards to Leo? High Priestess comes out, and Eight of Pentacles. And Justice. I don't know if there is almost like, when we look at the Queen of Pentacles and the High Priestess, first of all, I feel like if you are this mature woman, the Queen of Pentacles could be you. The fact that you have like a tapped in level of knowledge that operates above and beyond the practical sense. You have a knowing that extends beyond what you see, right? This adds to the value of who you are and what you carry, and your ability to really keep this energy of stability for yourself. This says a lot about you being really sincere, a treasure, someone that is very valuable, right? Especially in your partnerships. And you may be experiencing maybe some ungroundedness, right? When it comes to connections that may be very romantic, but not add a lot of grounded energy. That comes from you. You might be the element that adds the groundedness within your connections. I also have the Eight of Pentacles and the Justice. Or this could be talking about, when we talk about the Queen of Pentacles, this is your realization for this energy that you are dealing with as well, if this is not you, okay? The Eight of Pentacles talks about dedication to this person, and just really seeking and desiring to keep things balanced, right? Being in an energy where you want things to stay balanced and fair. If we're thinking in terms of you applying yourself in your work life, Leo, or in your career, in your career life, I feel like you've put in a lot of work to get something out, and you expect for a return to come back around with this Eight of Pentacles and the Justice. There was some court interaction here. This may be something that you have gone to great lengths to secure for yourself. You may have had to take this action to court. You may have a pending court case in regards to you getting what it is that you deserve for the work that you've done. There's some type of settlement that may be being processed on your behalf because of the work that you've done. Let's see what else. What else for Leo? What is the Christmas tea for Leo? Page of Swords and the Hermit. I feel like there's something about you that challenges how you are thinking or how you are applying your knowledge or how you're applying yourself in your connections, in your relationships, that needs some time, that needs some space, that needs some independent energy to think and to sort through. We may not really understand. When the puzzle comes out, that means there's a level of unclarity or confusion that you may not even understand, like why you are approaching something in a different way or even responding in a different way. The Page of Swords has a bit of, it may be talking about triggers, right? Or causing some type of reaction that's not necessarily mature. The pages can sometimes bring off a very young energy, inexperienced energy. If this is talking about work, this can be your clarity around getting the information or needing to get information, acquiring information that will allow you to proceed forward with your ideas. The swords are all about information, and possibly even being open to get that information by seeking guidance or counseling from wise people that have wisdom around what it is that you're navigating right now, right? And then the King of Cups comes in with the Six of Cups. There might be something about learning from your history, learning from your past. The King of Cups can sometimes be like father energy, but it is a very mature, it's a very mature, emotionally mature. This might be who you're being guided to. someone older than you who is actually very emotionally mature, trustworthy, right? This is someone who has experience, who has the life that shows the maturity, right? There's like proof in the pudding for this person that you may be guided towards, Leo. It could be a father figure. This could be someone, the King of Cups can sometimes be intermingle into like healing or counseling, someone who has like a well of wisdom to draw from, right? A reserve of experience and wisdom that can be shared with you. This is not somebody that just talks the talk. This is somebody that walks the walk as well. And this could be somebody from your past that you've known for a long time, from childhood, that you may have at your disposal to, you know, tap into. You may have access to this person. It may be time to call them, to have a little reunion, right? All right. What is it that Leo may not see right now? All right. So we have the Two of Swords and the Ace of Cups. I feel like this is a choice that you are making right now, between possibly staying in a really comfortable space and choosing something new, choosing a new way, choosing a new option that's going to be very fulfilling. With the Ace of Cups, this is a new way of experiencing something. The aces offer experiential experiences that will be filling for the heart when it comes to experience, when it comes to connections and fulfillment in life. You are kind of at a crossroads, Leo. You're at a crossroads. The Two of Swords talks about decisions. There's a lot that's on the table right now, and you're deciding some very important things. And it could be decisions that you're dealing with within yourself. It could have very little to do with those outside of you, even though it does. This is really about you and how you want to either maybe continue how things are going or open up to something new. May in fact provide a more higher or greater, maybe even something you've yet to experience. It does require for you to release something. It does require for you to let go and to not cry over spilled milk with the Five of Cups and the Emperor. This is like, you know, sometimes we tell the women, it's time to put your big girl panties on and do what you need to do, right? It's almost like that kind of message, letting, you know, dead dogs lay. There's something that, if you look, he has his attention on these cups in the past that is spilt. Those are gone. They're no longer utilized or useful, and his attention is on what has been lost. Instead of the two cups that are still upright, that provide a plethora of opportunities to still be fulfilled as you move forward, it's almost like your attention is on the past, something that's already gone and done. Instead of taking care of what you've been given here in the present. The Emperor actually operates in a very heavy level of leadership energy, masculine energy. This is, you know, father energy. Imagine someone who has the responsibility to operate and to maintain an empire, a kingdom, right? It speaks to their position. It's almost like father, the father of fathers, you know, the leader of leaders. It speaks to like your ability to maintain what it is that you've been given. This responsibility is past your responsibility to yourself, right? It's almost like being in a position where everybody is looking to you to give direction, to through your actions, right? They're looking to you. And so there's like some heavy responsibility that you sit. Oh my, wow. This is like a major turning point for you, Leo, that you don't even see. This is an opportunity for a major level up. And even though the Emperor comes out, that doesn't mean you're a man. You could by all means be a woman We're speaking more to the energy that you're operating in, right? And so we have three aces out here. First, we have the Ace of Cups, which you don't see. We also have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. All of these opportunities coming at you to accept this challenge to enter into new beginnings, new opportunities, a new level of clarity to operate from, a new experience for enjoyment in life that you've yet to actually experience. Sometimes we think we know we've experienced everything, and yet we haven't even experienced 10% of what is available to us. That's why in my messages, you'll often hear me talk about limits and restrictions and releasing them. The fact that we have this connection with spirit releases us from any human limits that we may experience in these vessels. Being that we're connected with spirit, that releases us from those limits to be able to pull in experiences, resources, fulfillment, opportunities that otherwise we would have no way of even reaching. And so there's something here about you having new experiences that are being offered through whatever this is that you're experiencing right now. It's coming through as a challenge, but it's also offering a level of a higher level of experiences for your opportunities for you to step into, right? The Three of Pentacles and the Hermit. This involves self-growth. The Hermit talks about that needing to go within to seek answers for a greater level of understanding within yourself. You may be experiencing things that you may not have had to really understand or see. You may have been operating from like an unconscious level. I feel like you stepped into this energy of now you see yourself really clearly. You see the decisions very clearly that you're able to make. Whereas in the past, you may have operated there without any consciousness. It's just how things were, where there's a level of clarity that's here now that's causing you to make a conscious decision on how you're going to decide to move forward here. Yeah. The Three of Pentacles. This is, in fact, talking about working with others, not really just for your own benefit, but also working with others, maybe even doing something on such a great level that what you don't see is that you may be being commended, like for the level of work or how you operate or how you navigate in what you do. And that could be attributed for some of you because you do have this connection with your higher power. You have access to a level of wisdom that maybe normally you wouldn't if you weren't in connection with your higher power. But there are three aces out here. Spirit is offering you new beginnings with how you're able to experience life and the enjoyment that's available to you. Spirit is offering you to take it up to the next level, and how you are understanding life as it's unfolding for you. There's a level of awakening that's being offered to you here too, being able to tap into things on a deeper level with this Ace of Swords, and then a greater opportunity that doesn't have a glass ceiling. Like you could take these opportunities as far as you want to go with the Ace of Pentacles. That's very practical energy. There's three portals that are open before you, Leo, in three different ways. One is experiential, one is conscientiously, right? And the third one is practically. Three portals for new beginnings that you have a choice that you need to make. Whether you will continue entertaining what has been actually left behind already and move forward with what you have left or what you still have that's working, right? Whether you will attend to the responsibilities and what you've been given to govern, right? Whether you will entertain the ability to work with others and collaborate, and continue to seek further guidance forward to expand. There's decisions that you are operating in right now. What is this practically for Leo? I feel like for some of you, you've been entertaining the idea of having these different experiences in life. You want a higher level of experience or something. You're asking to experience something different, or you're manifesting something specific. Something specific, right? There's some specific experience that you want to have. And yeah, this is spirit letting you know that you can have it, but you have to receive it. You have to put yourself in receiving posture. So there's some balance that's coming in for you. There may be a little bit more openness to seeing things differently or learning new information or receiving new information here. And being open to the fact that you have everything that you ever needed. It's already within you. You already have it. It's about your posture. I hope that makes sense. I'm going real deep. This is the message Spirit is delivering about that, about what's possible for you, about what has been waiting for you. What you want has been wanting you, Leo. And this is something that I feel like you've yet to experience. I can't help but feel that. And I feel like for many of you, you've experienced a lot of things, but not this. This is new. That Ace of Wands, that Ace of Cups, and that Ace of Pentacles, this is new. That's the tea on you. Spirit is offering you several different options for new beginnings, if you want it, for new experiences, right? And it's coming in a few different ways, but you can have all of that if you are open to it. There's something specific that would need to be let go, though, with that Five of Cups. Ask for more guidance on that, okay? Or you can email if this is resonating and you want to dive in deeper. Just email me and we can elaborate on this for you, Leo. Thank you for stopping by. This is the tea concerning Leo. I feel like that went a little bit deep, or it actually was, yeah. If you feel like this is your reading and you want to delve in more, just let me know, okay? All right. Like, share, comment. Leo, thank you for stopping by. And I appreciate you for adding that element of depth to these readings. Some of y'all are just deep like that. I can only read the energy that comes out. Like, share, comment, and I'll see you all next time. Bye. Sagittarius, hello. You are last but not least of the fire signs. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle, and my name is Leticia. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you feel led. Welcome, Saggy. I am glad you are here. I hope your Christmas day has been delightful. Lots of good laughs, good food, and kindness. Isn't that what Christmas is about? Right? Kindness. We're going to take a look and see what the tea is on you, the Christmas tea for Sagittarius. What do we have here, Spirit? Please and thank you. I just did Leo, which went real deep. Sometimes you have to end it, but it ends in it's an open-ended ending. So let's see what comes out for you, Saggy. What comes out for Saggy? All right, Sagittarius. Ooh, it's always the stuff with you, Saggy. I have recharge and apology. It's almost always some stuff with Saggy. Psychopath and toxic. And cutting ties, okay? Well, you might be in a downtime moment, like where you are really recuperating and recharging, just kind of vibing to the beat of your own, drum beat. And this might be a very peaceful time for you. After, right? It may be after a very interesting season that was very busy with things that keep your mind busy, right? This could be with thoughts, with situations where you may have been dealing with people that were very insincere, maybe conniving, maybe even some people that were delusional, that carried that energy, that wanted to bring out certain energies in you, like to incite drama or toxicity, incite arguments with you, people that were just weren't aligned with you, right? And you may have, in fact, cut ties with these people. Now, why is this coming out? Okay. We have soulmate here, sipping, Archangel Michael, and established. So soulmate and sipping. This could be, I don't know, people that may have aligned themselves with you, thinking or maybe having some type of energy around twin flame or some type of intimate friendship. Maybe somebody that wanted more than just friendship. Maybe this was somebody that you were actually romantically involved with at some point in time that was also very toxic at the same time for you. This person might have been someone who on the back end was very messy for some reason. And maybe even didn't realize boundaries. This feels like someone that wanted to intrude on parts of your life that you didn't invite them into. Like they may have been very intrusive and then also very messy as well. I feel like there is a part of this process that was very protected. This may have been with Archangel Michael standing in on your behalf and established in spite of this connection that may have been set up for your demise. I feel like you came out of this very settled, very secure in yourself. There may have been things that you even gained from this that left you more wise and, that actually left you in a place of being more confident and competent than you were before you enter into these situations. If it's not romantic, it could have just been connections that you had. But I feel like there is some level of protection you had, even though you went through this experience. Archangel Michael says that there is some level of protection that you had within this experience. And there may have been a protection that guided you away from this situation or some type of divine intervention that separated you from this situation. And so I do feel like now you show up in a very settled, a very confident, secure, even wealthy space is coming out for you, okay? That's the tea on you. You made it over, Sachi. That's what I'm feeling here with you. You made it over, despite other people's intentions to tear you down, honey. Saggy made it over. I have the Ace of Wands coming out here with the Four of Pentacles. You entering into new opportunities, new beginnings, maybe even new spaces for some of you where you are a little bit more reserved with your energy, with your resources. And I feel like you are now in a position where you're kind of being a little bit more safe. You're playing it safe. You may not be as open as you were in the past. You feel a little bit more secured with where you are, more stable too, now that you've come through into this new beginning. So there's some new energy that you're in right now, Saggy. Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. And yeah, more security, right? More stability, more competency, more confidence. You're showing up in a very positive light. And, with more of the willingness and ways that you can work through any conflict or any differences, I feel like you realize the value of what you do and you put your heart into it. That's something that shines from you when you work, whatever it is you do. I feel like you put your heart into it and that is seen too. I feel like you're very sincere. You show up in this kind of energy that's very sincere and very grounded, very practical. You're also showing up as someone who is kind and giving as well. You provide some type of stability in some type of way. Yeah, you show up ready. Sagittarius stays ready so that they don't have to get ready. With the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands, Sagittarius stays ready so they don't have to get ready. It's almost like you are always in doing mode, right? When you finish one thing, you're like, okay, what's next? You're always on to the next thing, always prepared and moving and, creating. It's that kind of energy. You may have entered into a season where you can fully create and unload everything that you've been waiting to do. I see you in this kind of energy with the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Wands. Like you've worked to get to this place where you feel like you have a sense of space and ability to kind of unload this creativity that is, crying to get out. You feel very empowered with where you are right now, Saggy. I like this energy. And this may have been necessary. So there may have been something that was very necessary with the situation that you experienced, right? That may have motivated you to step into this very empowered energy. Now, I'm pulling from my Kipper, and I have gift, I have marriage, I have mature woman, and privileged lady. And so you may be about to receive some type of gift, right? For some of you, you may be being ushered into some type of connection, or you may receive a proposal. For those of you that are in relationship already, there's some type of gift that's coming in that may insinuate or lead to the next step of you actually tying the knot with someone that you may be in connection with. You may be receiving some type of gift from this person. Today is Christmas, right? That gift may in fact be more significant than you realize. Mature woman, privileged lady, this could be you, Sagittarius. This could be someone that you're dealing with, Sagittarius. Mature woman, privileged lady. You're not the average person. I can see that very well. I have thief and toil and labor. There may be a need to be careful. There may be someone that's looking to benefit from the work that you do. It's almost like someone is watching you work very hard and secure your wealth so that they can come along and benefit from it or take, right, what you work for. I do see unexpected income and mature man as well, right? You may have connections or affiliations with someone that is going to position you to receive more than what you're getting now. I feel like someone could have a connection to you that actually sees you in the way that you want to be seen, not just as someone who a resource, right? But someone who has a sense of a desire and an inner drive and autonomy to be, self-sufficient. So you don't have to ask for anything. Look, you don't have to give me anything. Just show me how I can get it for myself and I'll do my own work. It's that kind of work. Someone sees you in that light that may be stepping in, maybe to give advice, maybe to provide some type of resource. I do see an increase coming in from your affiliation with this person. Maybe they have some connections that you need. What is it that Sagittarius does not see right now? I have Three of Cups coming out. What does Sagittarius not see right now? Coming out in the tea, the Christmas tea for Saggy. I have the Three of Cups followed by the Seven of Pentacles. I have the Seven of Cups followed by the Knight of Swords, the Hangman followed by the Nine of Swords, and the Page of Wands followed by the Page of Swords. Okay, so the Three of Cups followed by the Seven of Pentacles. It's like what you don't see is that there is going to be a growing of relationships for you with people that are trustworthy, people that will have your best benefit at heart, people that will actually be like ride or die energy. Understand that these type of relationships don't develop overnight. This is something that is proven with the Seven of Pentacles. This is investment. These are people that will actually show you that they're worthy of your, connection, of your trust, your consideration. I feel like you don't see people gathering around you like this, but you are drawing people to you who exist in this type of energy. People that are trustworthy, people that will be willing to invest in you in the same way that you invest in them and in yourself. I also have the Seven of Cups followed by the Knight of Swords to take your time. Like you're in a place right now where there is no rush for anything, right? Right now is a time to be very careful with your choices, what you're choosing. Be careful what you are sowing into. Be careful with what it is that you choose to move towards, right? There is a level of clarity that you need before moving. Don't just, this is not the Knight of Wands energy, though that came out. There's a little bit more consideration Spirit wants you to take when moving forward. Get clarity. There's something about getting clarity. Be in the know, be informed. Information is your friend. And it's never a problem to ask for more time, right, before making a huge decision or for more information about the decision you're about to make. If someone has a problem with you backing up to take time to get more information, that may be somebody that wants to just rush you into something without you really knowing what you're getting into because they benefit from it. There's something about being informed and taking your time before moving forward right now, okay? Before signing any contracts or making any agreements. I also have the Hangman followed by the Knight of Swords. There may be things that are moving slower than you expected. Spirit is saying, don't stress. Time is on your side. I was hearing that earlier as I was dropping my son off of work. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Spirit is saying time is on your side, Sagittarius. If it's not happening right now, then it is not in divine alignment to happen right now. Be glad that it's not happening right now, right? Time is on your side. Don't rush it. And no need to stress over anything that is not happening right now, right? It's going to happen in divine timing. Don't worry. Stop stressing about the timing of things, Sagittarius. It's not happening. What you don't see is that there may be something very significant that is happening while you're waiting. And so stop stressing about it. Lastly, we have the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords. What you don't see is that there is a lot that you don't know, Sagittarius. There's a lot that you don't know. Again, time is on your side. Some things only happen through time. When we talk about wisdom and maturity and mastery, right? It happens through experience, through time, through repetition. There's a lot that you're stepping into, a lot of experiences I feel like that you are able to have right now that is actually being cultivated right now. You're in the very early stages of these things. You haven't even seen the all of it yet because you're just beginning, Sagittarius. There's something very delightful and fun about where you are right now. Spirit may not want you to be super serious. Like this might be a time where you can make the mistakes and, figure out what it is that needs to be corrected, or, this is the very early stages of what is being developed and cultivated for you. And so don't feel like you have to know it all. Ask for help if you need in this season of your life. I feel like you are in a stage where you're actually creating something for yourself. And you are getting clarity about what that is that you're creating. That's okay too. That's okay too. And so overall, this feels like a really beautiful energy that you stepped into. Spirit may be aligning you within yourself to get a level of clarity that you need in this time. While that's happening, other things are being aligned. For some of you, it might be things like divine relationships. You may be the one that's being cultivated and, brought to this level of, maturity and privilege. And, there might be a lot of things that are being worked into you, as well as things that are being worked out of you. Like things are actually transforming right before your eyes, Sagittarius. And it's transforming into something good. The T on you is that, yeah, Sagittarius has been tested and tried in the fire. Sagittarius has been through some very testing situations with people that may not have had their best interest at heart. But Sagittarius made it over, and Sagittarius is doing actually better than people thought Sagittarius would be doing at this point. And it even gets better as we move forward. That's the kicker. We have not even seen the all of it. Sagittarius hasn't even seen the all of it, let alone those people that might be watching, right? The best is yet to come. I feel like it's what the T is for you. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard what is in store for Sagittarius. That's the T. It's loading right now, is what I feel. Thanks for stopping by, Saggy. That's the T for you. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you feel led. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Blood Moon Oracle, Leticia here.